Hey, West Coast Johnny, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. It's been a minute. Happy New Year. I'm back. I was not doing a lot of filming. I was going to school at night and all kinds of stuff. But here we are, and I'm back to the projects. Now, do you remember when I made some hairpin legs? I made a video 2 years ago called How to Bend Perfect Hairpin Legs. And what I mean by that, the shape was exactly like the vintage ones because I got one from 1962 or so, and I traced it and we made a jig or a buck. It's like a mold, okay? And in that video I made that out of plywood, and then we heated up the rod like where we wanted it to bend. We heated it up. It's all orange. And in the video I drop it in, I bend it really easily. And then when you hold it up, it's like perfect, right? So the problem with that is after making 4 of those pieces, the plywood kept burning so much that it lost its shape, and I had to basically throw the whole mold away and start over. So instead of wasting a bunch of plywood, now that I'm on a project where I'm going to be making these little exercise handles, probably like dozens of them, I want to bend everything perfectly, but I don't want them to catch on fire. So I decided to make them out of wood and metal, and that's what this video is about. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Follow me. Okay, so here's the metal jigs that I made. And what a jig is, it's like a mold that is made where there's some kind of setup involved, so that if you want to make more than one product, whatever it is that you're making out of wood, metal, whatever, it's going to kind of like help you to make the pattern consistent, because it's just going to help you, achieve what you're trying to achieve. So here's what we do. This is all metal. This is wood, okay? And this is exactly not the wood itself, but the wood with the metal on it. See the metal that's on it? That I was able to bend and shape over the wood. It's this stuff. It's like 1/8 inch by, I think, 9/16. It's just cold rolled or flat steel, and it's pretty malleable. It's not hard to work with. See, you bend it, right? And then you can put it however you want. And then I actually just drilled and I countersunk some screws in there. Okay, so that's on the wood really good. And then the wood is adhered to the metal with a special glue. And then on the bottom, I actually put screws through the metal into the wood just so that it won't move. So when I want to make a bend now, I'd go like this. I got this piece of metal, right? I'm going to put it in the jig. Let's say my mark is right here where it needs to bend, the center of it. I would just put that right there, and I would bend this like this, okay? And it'll bend easily because this will be all red or orange because I just hit it with the torch and got it really hot. So you drop it in, you bend it, and then it comes out like this. See that? There it is. And it'll be consistent, like I can make 10 of them, and this won't be catching on fire, this wood, because it has the metal around it. So it was worth making the time to build this because it's saving me time in the long run. Now this one right here, same thing, but I forgot to weld the piece on the bottom, so I'm going to go do that real quick. But when you drop this in now, this one creates this angle, see? And then this one creates the V. So I'm going to go ahead and weld this on. Okay, so before I put this piece right here and weld it on, I need to clean this. It has a lot of, this has paint on it, gray paint. And then all this and this, it's called mill scale. And you want to get it off or it's going to affect your weld. Okay, today I'm using this little welder. It's made by Hynade. It's 110 volt and 220 volt. I don't have it hooked up to 220. I have it hooked up to 110 right now. And with 110, I believe I can pull 125 amps out. That's as high as it goes on 110. Yeah, 125. Which is fine because this gauge steel that I'm using, that's what I want. Okay. So because I heated this up and welded it, it pulled to the side because of the heat. The heat made this distort. So now I have to tap this straight and then put a couple tack welds on the other side. Because if I just weld it right now, see, it's going to be crooked. Perfect. So here they are. I'm going to get this spatter off real quick. And I got to weld a couple more tacks on the other side. And then I'm going to go put this in the vise and we're going to heat up a piece of steel. Okay, well here is my setup for my vise. I mounted a pedestal I made out of metal, welded a plate to the top, bolted this to that. So when I'm outside, I'm doing things, it's not in the way, it's nice and secure, it's not going to move. The only problem is I get humidity rust. Even if I cover this up at night, the humidity rust comes in, see? So I'm going to have to clean all this up and put some oil on it, and I'm either going to cover it up or just unbolt it and take it in at night. I'll probably do that because I don't want it to get all messed up. But I love this vise. I just got it a few months ago and I painted it this color. It's a really cool, it's an automotive engine color. So it's supposed to resist chips and stuff, which it does, but see, when you hit it with the grinder, that's just what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and mount that piece in right now. Okay, here's our mark. And we want it right there, because that's where the bend is going to start. Okay. Here like this, and it gets bent just like that. There it is, see? Now we're going to do the same thing to the other side. There it is. See that? It slipped a little bit, and now I know it's slippery. There they are. See you later.